Okay, you have done your composition. You have selected your palette. You've drawn your composition on your canvas or paper, and you're ready to go. And at the end of the day, you don't like what you see. Why is that? We're going to talk about that. Stay tuned. Hey, it's Gwen Fox, and I'm so glad that you're here. And today, we're going to really discuss why things just don't work out. And I know that you have paintings that have not worked out, because we all have paintings that don't work out. It's just how it is. But what do we learn from that? And why does it keep happening? Because you're not a beginner painter. You've painted before. You've done things. You've done really good work. So why is it that when you go in and you are going to paint it, you've got everything planned out, it doesn't work? Why is that? It happens to me, and I'm sure it happens to you. So I'm going to show you a painting. It's a 24 by 24. It's an old oil painting that extremely dry, that I decided I didn't like it. I'm going to paint over it. So I get my thumbnail sketch done. I pick my palette. I draw it on, as you will see. I'm going to show you the whole process. And at the end of the day, it really isn't working. At the end of the week, it's not working, because I will go in and work on it a little bit, go in and work on it some more. It's not working. Now, I'll show you what happened. I'll show you the end product, but it's really not what I was looking for. But what do you learn in situations like this? And this is what I learned. Number one, I have to make a confession. I do not do really well videoing me painting, because I'm always worried about, am I going to step into the camera? I'm worried about the way the light is. I'm worried about where the camera is set up. Drives me crazy. I love doing them for you, but it drives me crazy. And I discovered I don't paint well. So I'm going to do a little change, not on this session, but on future ones, that I'll take you through the process, but we're going to do it a little different. There will be some video and some PowerPoints. Now, what did I learn? I learned that I don't do well. But I also learned that I didn't put myself into the painting. And there is the key. We've planned all of this, but where are we? Are we communicating with the painting? Are we one with the painting? If the painting says, no, I don't want this to go here, are we listening? This is what I learned. I wasn't present. We were not one. We were two separate entities. There was a painting, there was me, and I was determined. This is how it was going to be, because I had my thumbnail sketch. I forgot that the thumbnail sketch is merely a guide to get you going. And you have to put that thumbnail sketch away in order to be free to listen to the painting. So remember that. I love thumbnail sketches, but I forgot it was a guide, and I wanted to go by that. I wanted that to be mine. But the painting said no. And you will see that. So let's get going. Okay, here is the painting that I'm going to paint over. 24 by 24, old, very old oil paint. I've done my thumbnail sketches like I always do. I have selected the one in the upper right. I love doing the thumbnail sketches, but remember, it is a guide. So here I am. I am going to transfer this image, so this thumbnail sketch, onto this very dry oil painting. And it's really fun. I'm just doing it with charcoal. And then I decide I want to put ink on, just black ink on there, and you can see it doesn't really stay. And I poured it on, and it didn't end up with a very good design. However, now I'm going to paint over it. You can paint over the ink and the charcoal. I think I did spray. I did spray the charcoal this time. A lot of times I don't spray it, and I don't mind the fact that it gets into the paint, but I didn't want it in this one. So I'm going to town with my brushes. I'm trying to get it in. And then one of the things that I love to use is a roll of toilet paper. It fits in my hand really well. I don't like the paper towels as much because they're so big. This way I can control the area that I'm going to work on. So I'm looking over at my thumbnail sketch, and I need to let it go. I forgot to remove the thumbnail sketch. So I'm decided that the painting is going to be blue, different blues, maybe some warms, of course some warms, but maybe some yellows, some creams, violets, and so forth. Right now, I'm just putting on the blues and the whites. And I want to make some really pretty grays. I want cool grays, I want warm grays. And so I'm just working away, and out comes the toilet paper again. I love the toilet paper. It works like a charm. It lifts just the right amount. You can tell this is another day because I've got a different top on. But just adding different blues, you don't really see the different blues so much, but they're there. Just going over and over and over because I'm trying my best to figure this out. And I'm getting to kind of like this because I have put my thumbnail sketch away. So I'm trying really hard to get into this and make it mine. Now, the brush of which you cannot see in the video is called a striper brush. It's used for cars. My good friend and great artist, Jeanette Logue, introduced me to it. In fact, she introduced this to the whole group coaching class. And we're all thrilled that she did because I love this brush. It's very much like a rigger. So when you use it, it gives you very calligraphic lines, thin, thick, and moving. So it's just an idea I thought you might want to know, because you can get this at your local auto store, or you can order it online. And I'm removing some of the lines, and we'll see that again. And then I'm wiping with a rag, putting more paint on, trying to find my way. And here I am doing an oil stick. It's Indian yellow is the color that I picked. But here I have a huge flaw. I've got a blue half circle on the left, and I've got the other on the right. Okay, here we're doing more. See how I'm removing some of these lines because I want them to be in the distance. I want them to give more oomph to the painting, adding more colors, really working in there, trying to figure out if what is going to work the best. And I'm struggling. And the reason I can't see my flaw is that I haven't stepped back. You've got to step back, because I would never get through this. I would never have not seen that had I stepped back. So remember that. As I answered the phone, And I'm doing a splattering and scratching through, adding more, removing some of the scratches that I did with a skewer, scraping with my scraper, adding, adding, scraping, adding, take away, adding, take away. It seems like that's all that we do. So now I'm getting to the end of this, and I'm going to show you the painting. This is the painting at the end. So I want you to tell me the flaws. If this is a good painting, what would you do different? Because this is what this is about, is sharpening your eye to see and be able to critique your own work. Anyway, I will see you in a couple of weeks. I love you. Leave your comments. I love every single one of them.